Okay, so we're back to a crime novel in Italian. This one is called Il mistero di Tavolara, and it's by Paolo Pinna Parpaglia. This book is kind of an Agatha Christie-style crime novel, in as far as you have a group of people in a cut-off from the world place, an island off the coast of Sardinia, and they get murdered one by one. As we start, one person has survived and she is telling the police what happened. But most of that telling is actually scenes with the POVs of all the characters. The style of writing is easy to read and the vocabulary isn't too difficult. Obviously, there's some stuff related to crimes, but in general, it's a fairly standard vocabulary. That's quite a bit different from the last couple of crime novels I read. I'll highlight a few bits of vocab later on. All the murders are seen, and they happen with various degrees of eek. There is one that was a major eek for me. If you read it, you'll probably be able to guess which one. So most of the first half is telling the story of what happened on the island. The second half is more the investigation, although scenes of POVs from the island are still interspersed throughout. The reveal is kind of in the style of an investigator telling their audience who did what, with a bit of a twist. Although this was a fairly quick read, it did drag a little in the middle for me, but apart from that, I did enjoy it. If you can enjoy reading about people being murdered. Oh, and yes, I did guess who did it fairly early on, and I stuck with that right till very near the end when I had a tiny bit of a wobble, but then got my brain back on track. Always stick to your guns. You'll be right some of the time. Here are a few interesting words and phrases from the book. First up, sino. I don't remember ever having seen this word before, but it's used a ton in this book, sometimes shortened to sin. It means until. I don't know whether it's a more regional word and I haven't read an author from that region before, where the book's set perhaps, but it stood out like a sore thumb to me, especially as it was used so much. According to my Kindle, 123 times. And now a few crime-related terms that I either hadn't seen before or stuck out to me. Il movente. This is a motive, reason, more in the context of a crime. Interestingly, there is a non-native character in this book who explains this. I poliziotti I motivi li chiamano moventi, ma cambia poco. Un or una pluriomicida is a mass murderer, and omicidio plurimo or pluriomicidio is mass murder or serial homicide. If you are or do one of those, you're almost certain to get un ergastolo, which is a life sentence. And finally, something the police probably want everyone to do immediately, but of course they don't. Viene al dunque. Get to the point. Now here's the sample from the first page of the book. Elena è stata la prima. La prima? La prima a morire. Anzi no a... Fece una pausa, poi un lungo respiro. A essere ammazzata. L'assistente capo, Patrizia Tosi, guardò per un attimo il collega seduto vicino a lei. Aspetti un attimo, arriveremo anche a quello, disse. Adesso, però, faccia un passo indietro e ci racconti tutto dall'inizio. Sdraiata su un letto d'ospedale, Maria Sole si scranci il collo affondato nel cuscino. Aveva un grosso cerotto sulla fronte, le mani fasciate e la pelle del viso di un colore naturale. La voce però era nitida, priva di intonazione, come se volesse evitare di contaminare il racconto con le emozioni. Elena was the first. The first? The first to die. Actually, no, to... She paused, then took a deep breath. To be murdered. The assistant chief, Patrizia Tosi, glanced at the colleague sitting next to her. Wait a second, we'll get to that, she said. But for now, take a step back and tell us everything from the beginning. Lying on the hospital bed, Maria Sole stretched her neck, sunk in the pillow. She had a large plaster on her forehead, bandaged hands, and the skin on her face was an unnatural colour. Her voice, however, was clear, lacking intonation, as if she wanted to avoid contaminating the story with emotions. And now for a short review in Italian. Questo giallo, Il mistero di Tavolara di Paolo Pinna Parpaglia, è la storia di un omicidio plurimo sull'isola di Tavolara, in un luogo isolato, senza i servizi normali della vita moderna. Un gruppo di persone, per lo più piuttosto giovani, ha deciso di trascorrere una settimana sull'isola alla fine di un corso e una dopo l'altra vengono ammazzate. Non esiste un modo per tornare a Sardegna né per attraversare le montagne e raggiungere il centro turistico all'altra parte dell'isola. Che orrore! Questa storia si sviluppa lentamente, con il resoconto dell'unica persona a sopravvivere e qualche sezione del punto di vista delle vittime, e poi comincia l'indagine davvero. E niente quadra. Ovviamente qualcuno sta mentendo. Rispetto agli altri gialli che ho letto, questo è molto più facile da leggere. Quindi potrebbe essere un buon punto di partenza.